In this problem, we have a application problem that is based on your understanding of quadratic functions. So let's first read through the paragraph and look at the details that they give us and then try to answer the questions. First, an object is thrown upward at a speed of 120 feet per second by a machine from a height of 9 feet off the ground. The height of the object after t seconds can be found using this following equation. So, just to kind of give you a visual of what this looks like, if you notice that this equation that they give us, that's a quadratic function. Okay, it has a degree of 2. But look at this leading coefficient here. It has a negative sign, which means it's a quadratic that will open downward. So because it's, let's say you start at a point like this. This is 9 feet off the ground. You have some object being thrown up, and then it comes down and hits. At some point it's going to hit the ground. Okay, so you can see you have, it's a parabolic shape that opens downward, and now all of the questions that they ask us are kind of based off this model here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first problem, problem A, to see what it is that they want. All right, and before we answer this question, let's make sure that you take note of the instructions that we need to give all our answers to 2 decimal places. So for A, it says, when will the height be 84 feet? All right, in other words, this object is being thrown upward, and it's being thrown upward at a speed of 124 feet per second, but it starts at a height of 9 feet. But then at what point will the height be 84 feet, right? 84 feet above the ground. So remember, this equation here, h represents the height, okay? All right, so we want the height. We want to know when is h going to be equal to 84. So for A, and I'll come down here and work this out. We just take 84 and set it equal to this, to our quadratic. T plus 9. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is subtract 84 from both sides. And the result of this would be 0 equal to negative 16t squared plus 124t minus 75. And we can go ahead and divide this whole thing, or we divide both sides by -1. And just technically, to be correct, you have to do both sides. Same thing to both sides, but 0 divided by anything is just 0. So we end up with 16t squared minus 124 t plus 75. Okay, so now at this point I can use either the quadratic function, or I can use the the quadratic formula, I'm sorry, or the zero property, okay? Which, you factor this quadratic and then you solve each individual linear term or linear equation, or if you plug these values into the quadratic formula, what you'll get is t is equal to, well, one of your answers is 0.66, and 7.5 and these are in, this is T, so T is represented in seconds. Okay. So what that means is that when this is shot out of this machine, after 0.66 seconds, it's going to hit 18 feet. Let's say up here, it goes up, and after 0.66 seconds, it hits 18 feet, then it goes up. But then at a certain point, it starts to come back down. So it's going to be at a height of 18 feet again on its way down, and that'll be after 7.09 seconds. Okay. So for A, we have two answers, 0.66 seconds and 7.09 seconds.